Okay, so if you've been anywhere near the Sonic community online lately, you might feel like your memories are being, well, hacked. There's this bizarre, cursed meme that seems to be rewriting the history of Sonic the Hedgehog in real time. And it's all because of one very, very strange looking icon.
And I mean, everywhere. If you're a fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This flat, beady-eyed face is suddenly inescapable. It's taking over fan art, edits, your friends' profile pictures, the whole shebang.
So it starts like this. You see some classic Sonic art, but it has that head. It's perfectly round, there's no mouth, and the eyes just stare deep into your soul. And for a second, your brain short circuits. You're thinking, wait a minute, was this real? Did I somehow miss this original design all these years? But then you see stuff like this, high-quality, professional-looking 3D renders. And what's so wild is the sheer effort involved. People are using some serious artistic talent to spread this deeply, deeply weird image. And just when you think it cannot possibly get any more absurd, you see it edited seamlessly into actual photos with Sega's own developers. So we have to ask, what on earth is this thing? Where did it come from? And why is it systematically taking over your entire feed? All right, let's break down what's going on with this one-up head trend. At its core, it's a phenomenon where this flat, almost lifeless version of Sonic's head is being photoshopped onto practically every piece of Sonic media you can possibly imagine, both old and new. But to really understand this madness, we have to go back to the source. And believe it or not, this bizarre head isn't some strange fan creation. Nope, it's 100% official, and it came from a modern Sonic game. Here it is. This is the one-up head. It's the actual icon for an extra life from the 2011 game Sonic Generations. It was designed to be a tiny little thing on the user interface in the corner of your screen. You know, it's got the perfectly circular head, the flattened down quills, no mouth, and that vacant, thousand-yard stare. It was never, ever meant to be seen this big. And this really gets to the heart of the joke, doesn't it? What was once just a minor, functional piece of game design has been completely hijacked by the internet and turned into the star of its own bizarre show. It went from a simple UI icon to the face of a community-wide inside joke. Now, this is where the trend really kicks into high gear, because it's not just about simple edits anymore. The community has escalated this into what you can only really describe as a full-blown psychological operation. YouTuber Wallace probably put it perfectly, calling it community-wide gaslighting. The edits are so clean, so widespread, that they could genuinely make someone with a fuzzy memory start to question reality. You start to think, wait, did Sonic always look like a pointy bowling ball? The creativity is just off the charts. You've got modders like Violet the Linda, who've replaced every single sprite in classic games like Sonic 3 with the one-up head. You have artists making these incredible 4K renders and fake box art. It's even become the punchline for the Barber destroys him meme. And it's not just Sonic anymore. Fans have found similar icons for Tails and are creating cursed versions of the whole cast. So, that's the what. But let's get into the why. Why did this specific cursed image capture the internet's imagination so effectively? What are the magic ingredients that made this whole trend just explode? It's really a perfect storm. You start with a huge helping of nostalgia for classic Sonic. You add the irony that this objectively ugly design is actually official. You mix in the absolutely incredible technical skill of the fanbase. And then you serve it all up in a community that, let's be real, has a long and celebrated history with cursed content, from Sonic all the way to the original movie design. And the core of the joke is this contrast. You have these amazingly talented digital painters, 3D modelers and programmers pouring all their skills into making this objectively disgusting head look as professional as possible. As the saying goes, they're using their God-given talents for evil. And that's precisely what makes it so funny. So all of this leads to a pretty fascinating outcome. The meme has become so widespread that the line between what's official art and what's a fan-made joke is starting to get genuinely blurry for anyone who isn't deep in the community. As more and more people adopt this flat-faced creature as their profile picture, it just hits a kind of critical mass. For anybody in the know, the one-up head has become a new, instantly recognizable, and unofficial official face of the franchise. Which leaves us with a final, really fascinating question to think about. when a fan-driven meme becomes this dominant, this pervasive, who really gets to decide the real face of a franchise? Is it the corporation that created it? Or is it the community that loves it, curses it, and ultimately redefines it?